Hey guys, I have been meaning to do a video like this for you for so long, and I was about halfway through chopping potatoes when I just realized I should turn on my camera and start filming this for you. So what I'm going to be doing right now is showing you my process in terms of creating a meal in 20 minutes with just what I have on hand and no recipe. Because it's a skill that I've developed over time, and I've also gained a lot of confidence in just making something that's tasty um, with whatever I have on hand. And so I thought I'd walk you through that process. Um, and so just to get started, it's about 5:30. I got done with work. Well, actually, I still have a couple more things to do, but I'm taking a quick break to get dinner ready. And my goal is to have it ready by 6 or sooner. So right now what I'm doing is I have a pot of water on the stove getting ready to boil. And what I was thinking when I was first coming up with what I wanted to eat was something that's quick and healthy. We do have some plant-based meats in our fridge, but considering we just had those yesterday, I don't really want to eat them again today. So I'm like, okay, what bean takes the least amount of time to cook because we have only dried beans in the house at this point, and what's a quick cooking starchy vegetable? So I was like, mashed potatoes. That sounds delicious. It's both comforting and can be healthy if you prepare it the right way. And the bean that I chose was red lentils. Actually, let me go get those. So red lentils are one of the quickest cooking beans. You literally put them on the pot and within 10 to 12 minutes, they're basically done. So I'll show you what to do there, but right now I'm going to finish chopping up my potatoes. All right, so I got my bowl of potatoes. They're going into the pot, and then I'm going to get a second pot of water going for my lentils. Oh, and there's also 1 clove of garlic in that pot as well. So those are going to come up to a simmer, and they're going to cook until they are tender. Okay, so with lentils or beans of any kind, you want to run water through them just to get any debris off, but also while you're doing that, you want to check through it to make sure that there's no rocks. I took this part for granted for a very long time until my husband started finding the uncooked bean in his food. I would never find it, but he would always find it. And so then I started actually checking through things and did find a couple of small pebbles in some bags of beans before. So sort through your beans and rinse them. All right, freshly washed beans go into the pot. I'm gonna try to do this without pouring water everywhere so I can show you, but they're still draining. All right, so freshly washed beans go into the pot. I have about a cup. I didn't measure, I just used half the bag. So these, I'm gonna get all the beans into the pot, or I should say lentils, they're technically not beans. They're a legume. And lentils like to get stuck onto your strainer, just so you know. Just be patient and get them into the pot. Perfect. Okay. So then I have, about a cup of lentils, and we're going to add about a cup and a half to 2 cups-ish. Cup and a half is probably better of water. And then at this point, add any spices that you would like. Put on the lid and let them simmer until they're cooked. So while those are cooking, the last thing I need to do before I start cleaning up, because clean as you go is a big thing in the kitchen, especially if you don't want a pile of vegetables, a pile of dishes in your sink at the end. But the reason I have vegetables on the brain is because now I need a vegetable. I have a healthy carbohydrate, well, 2 healthy carbohydrates, and a good source of protein, so now I need a vegetable. Slim pickings here, but we've got some zucchini that needs to be eaten, so I think I'll do some of that. That sounds really good. These broccoli stems I'm going to be saving to make broth. Ooh, let's do mushrooms. Zucchini and mushrooms. Sounds pretty good. So my favorite way to prepare these 2 vegetables, zucchini and mushrooms is to just slice them up and put them on a pan and kind of steam them a little bit, just enough to get the rawness cooked out, but while still maintaining some integrity. This also helps to maintain nutrition as well. So I'm just gonna chop up this zucchini. It's about 3/4 of a really big zucchini, and probably four or five mushrooms. They're pretty good sized mushrooms, so I'll just use 4 or 5 and cook those up. All right, so the potatoes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and strain them. All I did was lift one out and poke it with a fork. If it does not stick to the fork, that means it's done, especially for mashed potatoes. If you're looking for cubes of potatoes, you want it done just before that. You want it to still stick to the fork a little bit because you want that nice chew. Drain these potatoes. The lentils are almost done. And leaving a little bit of the potato water in there is okay because it's starchy, and so it'll help you to get that fluffy mashed potato. Dump the strained potatoes right in there, along with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. Then we just get out a lovely potato masher, mash it up until it's really smooth. And this is also a good opportunity to add if you have plain plant-based yogurt, this would be a really good opportunity to add it because it will add that creaminess of, like, if you're used to adding sour cream or cream cheese or something like that, it'll add that cream and that little bit of tang for like that baked potato-esque mashed potato. And yeah, so plain yogurt, make sure it's plain, would be perfect right here. And I know there was a question on my Instagram about using how to cook with plant-based yogurt and what are some of my favorite brands. I am going to be making a separate video on that, and once it's made, I will link it down in the description below. It is not yet made, but that is one option that you could do, is add it to your mashed potatoes. All right, mashed potatoes look good. The lentils are done, so I'm going to transfer those into just a little holding bowl so I can use the same pan to cook my vegetable. So you can see the lentils kind of double in size. I didn't add any seasonings to them yet, but I plan on doing either some taco seasoning or just some cumin and pepper would be good too. And last but certainly not least are my chopped vegetables. They're going into that lentil pan and so they can steam for a little bit. All right, so it's officially almost 6 o'clock. It's 5:59, and we have our mashed potatoes, our cooked lentils, and then our cooked zucchini and mushrooms, all rounded out to a nice, well-balanced meal. I would suggest, there is a little bit of olive oil in the mashed potatoes, but I would suggest pairing this with some type of healthy protein, like putting it in a bowl and drizzling it all with tahini. That's probably what we're going to end up doing. Or slicing up an avocado would be really good on top of this. Just something to add a little bit of extra healthy fat. If you use something like nuts or seeds on top, it'd also add a little bit more protein as well. So I hope this was helpful. If you like this kind of a video, definitely let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That way I will definitely know that you liked the video. But yeah, I plan on doing more videos like this just so that you can see what goes inside my head when I'm trying to plan something that's quick, easy, healthy, and delicious. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.